So today's questions were again from coordinate geometry. देखिए जो पहला क्वेश्चन है वो एक रिजल्ट की तरह से भी यूज हो सकता है. इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज हाउ टू अप्रोच इट. तो इसको हम एक्सप्लेन आपको कर देते हैं. क्वेश्चन ये है, अगेन इट आई जस्ट फाउंड दिस क्वेश्चन 2-3 days back. I found to be a really good question in terms of explanation. Okay, so ABC as diameters. So let us draw two circles considering two sides as the diameter. Let's say we draw AC, a circle taking AC as the diameter, okay, and maybe BC as the diameter. है ना, ठीक रहेगा बच्चों? So actually this should intersect it here. See, there's one more thing which you need to remember. When you draw two circles, like when you draw two circles on the sides of a triangle, then they will always meet on the third side at the common point. Okay, so that's why I'm drawing this as the, just a minute, something like this. Okay, so just to show you, make a point here. Array, just a minute, give me a minute, let me draw. See, because with the help of a figure I think I'll be in a better position to explain it. So let me try to get it like this. So if I take this as the diameter here, so let me draw it something like this. Okay, and the second one I would like to draw on BC. So if BC is the diameter, something like this. Okay, see, the first point I wanted to make is, see, I drew two circles, one taking AB as a diameter and another taking BC as a diameter. If they intersect on the third side AC, they will intersect at the same point. And the reason is quite simple. Take BC as the diameter, then any point on the circumference subtends right angle. So at point D, it's a right angle subtended by BC and also by AB. So two right angle at the same point makes it 180 degrees. So that means that should be a straight line. So that's why I considered it. Okay. Now see the radical axis. When we know that when two circles intersect each other, the radical axis is this thing. Okay, and it is perpendicular to the line segment joining the center. So line segment joining the center means I'm considering this to be as C1, this to be as C2, so line joining centers. Now since the line joining center, like centers are the midpoints of AB and BC, so using 9th class midpoint theorem, if line segment joining the center is parallel to the third side and is half of it, so it doesn't matter. So C1 C2 is parallel to AC. So that means BD, the radical axis, bachcho, the radical axis, because the common chord is the radical axis. BD is the radical axis, is perpendicular to AC also. Now B is the vertex. So BD is perpendicular to AC means BD is the altitude. So this implies BD is an altitude of the triangle. So hence, now you can show likewise the every radical axis will be the altitude for the common vertex here. Okay, so hence it is going to be the orthocenter, as simple as that, bacho. So for the explanation sake only, I prefer this question, and you can use it also as a result from here on. Okay, now what is radical center? The radical center is the point where all the three radical axes for three circles whose centers are non-collinear. So the point of concurrency of all the three radical axes is called the radical center. Importance of radical center is that the tangents drawn from that point is to all the three circles are of equal length, and that's the only point on the plane of the three circles. But okay, now moving to the quickly to the next question. Consider circle x square plus y square is equal to a square. The point a comma 0 on the circle, of course, alpha beta be a given point inside the circle. BC is an arbitrary chord whose slope is tan theta. AM of BD and DC. So something, the situation is something like this is a point A passing to A comma 0. There's a point D. Actually there was a few more part of this question. Okay, but I just prefer to take one because again to use what we have already used though, but still I will like to solve one more question based on that, and that is a parametric form. Because see, BD and DC both are distances from the same point, fixed point D along the same line BC. So let equation of line BC be. So what shall I write? So in parametric form, of course, so it's so rather x minus alpha by cos theta, y minus beta by sine theta is equal to r. So here any point on the line x comma y can be written as r cos theta plus alpha and r sine theta plus beta. So any point. Now since B and C are 2 points on the circle here, so let us satisfy this equation in the equation of the circle. So what do we get here? So once we satisfy it in the equation of circle, so it's r cos theta plus alpha whole square, r sine theta beta whole square minus a square equal to 0. That gives us quadratic in R. We will consider this to be one R1, this to be an R2 and AM. So let's quickly get it. So it's R square plus, okay. So 2R I think is common, alpha cos theta plus beta sine theta, and then this is alpha square plus beta square minus a square equal to 0. Now see, R1 plus R2 sum of roots is minus 2 times alpha cos theta plus beta sine theta, bachon, isn't that? Now see, what do we need? We need arithmetic mean of AM and GM. How much will that be? So arithmetic mean of AM and GM, sorry, BD, what I'm saying, arithmetic mean of BD and DC. So arithmetic mean of BD and DC is BD plus DC by 2. So this is nothing but minus times alpha cos theta plus beta sine theta. Similarly, if the answer would have been like GM of BD and DC, it would have been R1 into R2 under root. So R1 R2 is also there, alpha square plus beta square minus a square, it's under root. If they would have asked the harmonic mean here, those were the three parts actually, harmonic mean there. So that would have been like harmonic means 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, isn't that half times? Am I correct? Okay, so it's like harmonic mean, oh sorry, rather by 2. Okay, so 2 into, okay, so this is the harmonic mean, and then you take LCM, so R1 plus R2 upon R1 R2. So that's it. So that was again the question based on the parametric equation of line, though we have already discussed in one of the previous question. But okay, one more time I thought to be to present this question in front of you, because whenever you find a distance along the same line from the given fixed point, the first thing that should strike your mind is the parametric form of equation of that line, bacho. Okay, chaliye, with that let us end the lecture here.